Good morning. Such a joy to see you this morning. This morning we are working on our heart chakra and the color is green. So we're going to start sitting up today. So find a comfortable seat. Wriggle your buttocks flesh away. Roll your shoulders back and down. Inhale your spine up tall. And if you like, close your eyes or look downcast. Just take a moment to feel your body in space. Notice how your body is feeling this morning. Bring your awareness to your heart. Feel your heart beating. And if you like, bring your hands to your heart. And taking some slow, easy breaths. Breathing into your heart. And if it works for you, I'm going to do a 5-count breath. Inhaling, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhaling, 2, 3, 4, 5. In, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Continue on your own, breathing in and out of your heart. This 5-count breath comes from an organization called Heart Math, and they do scientific research on the benefits of the heart. And they have discovered that this 5 to 6 second breath synchronizes all the systems of the body and aligns the body with the cosmic energy. That's not a scientific language, but you can look it up. So we're attuning ourselves to the vibration of our own body and the vibration of the earth through heart breathing. And now that you have the rhythm, if you can maintain it and listen to me at the same time, we're up to the heart chakra, moving up from first chakra, focus on individual, second chakra, relationship and intimacy, third chakra, relationship in our community, and fourth chakra, universal love. So our heart chakra is our balancing point between our individual and our cosmic. And here is where we can experience things like compassion and empathy, moving beyond our own individuality. On the physical level, this part of our body is the heart, the lungs, shoulders, arms, and hands. The color is green. The quality is air. And I like that because the first 3 chakras are taste, touch, and smell, which are all very intimate to us. But with air, we are breathing air that was breathed at the beginning of creation and breathing out air that will be breathed till the end of time. Breathing air from people on the other side of the planet. So our breath connects us in a universal way. So let's take this into a sun shining breath. So continuing with 5 counts. 2, 3, 4, 5. Opening. 2, 3, 4, 5. And feel your arms and hands as an extension of your heart as you breathe in. And as you breathe out, feel the arms and hands as an extension of the heart. So you can imagine yourself scooping up goodness, bringing that into your life, and then opening your heart and sharing your gifts with the world. This time as we inhale up, let's interlace the fingers and bring the hands behind the head. Let's reach back, feel the heart expanding, and then bring the elbows in, draw the belly in and up and feel the back of your heart expanding. Inhaling, opening the front of the chest, the front of the heart. Exhaling, curling in just from your upper body, expanding the back of your chest, the back of your heart. Go back to center, drop the hands down to the shoulders, and we'll circle the elbows. Again, I encourage you throughout class to work on that 5-second breath, being aware of that breath if you can, moving to that rhythm. Circle back the other way. Let's come to stillness and just reach the arms out. And again, just holding them out, thinking maybe like we did last week in Virabhadrasana. Just feel your arms as an extension of your heart. You may even feel energy in the palms of your hands. And sitting up nice and tall, we're going to lead with the heart. We're going to rock back and then lean forward, leading with the heart. Rocking back so you're fairly straight, leading with the heart. It's not when we did third chakra where we're really rounding in here. You're more leaning back and leaning forward. Breathing into your heart, imagining green light of compassion and empathy, universal and unconditional love for yourself and others. And come back to center. Bring the hands to the heart in prayer position. Sanskrit for this is Anjali Mudra. Anjali is heart and Mudra is hand position. And we're going to press the hands in one direction as we turn the head in the other direction. And back to center. It's a little bit of a twist in the rib cage, not a whole lot. And back to center, and down. And our thymus is in the middle of our chest. So let's do our thymus thump. We're going to bring our fingers together in a little pointer. And right in the middle of our chest, we're just going to thump about 19 times to strengthen our immune system. And down. And even though we're working on our fourth chakra, we love our whole body. So let's just do some warm-ups of our legs and feet and our spine. Let's bring our hands to our shins and we'll rock back. And inhale up. And then bringing the hands to the floor behind you. Let's just raise and lower a leg. Again, if you want to do this on your elbows or even lying down completely, whatever variation you like. I'll stay there. I'm just opening and closing the knee. And let's circle the leg. And circle back the other way. And let's bring that leg back in. And we'll open and close the other knee. And you can continue with your 5-count breath while you're doing this very simple movement. And we'll circle the leg. And we'll circle back the other way. And down. And let's just roll the feet, rolling onto the heels and rolling onto the toes. Opening up the ankles. And then on our toes, we'll just circle the heels around. And circle around the other way. Just wiggling back and forth if that's easier. And let's roll over and come onto our hands and knees. The table. And drawing the belly in. Inhale and feel your heart shining out from your chest. And then draw your belly in, lift your back, and feel yourself protecting your heart here. And then opening the heart and sharing your love with the world. And then coming back in and protecting your heart. Coming back to a flat back, then send the right leg out and then flip that foot over. And send the other heel back so you're at a right angle with your back leg. And swing your top arm up, coming into a big stretch here. Squeeze your shoulder blades down your back. And try to lengthen your spine as much as possible on both sides. Feel that nice opening from your heart out through your fingertips. And spin your ribcage slightly towards the ceiling and look up if that's available to you. If you'd like to add to this pose, you can lift your leg or bend your knee, grab your ankle and press your thigh back, rolling your chest towards the ceiling even more. Feel your heart opening. And let's come on back down into table. Take a break in child if you like. Circle your wrists if you need to. I'm going to switch around the other way. So from table, you're going to take your left leg straight up behind you. Flip that foot over. Take your back leg and swing it behind you so it's at a right angle. Take your front arm and spin it up. Feel the energy from your heart moving in both directions. Breathe and expand. If you like, you can lift that back leg. You can bend your knee and grab your ankle, press the thigh back and spin your ribcage to the ceiling even more. Shoulder blades are sliding down your back. Feel your heart opening. Five count breath in. 5 count breath out. And let's release and come back into table and back into child. Let's walk the hands back towards the knees. Press over into a squat or stay in child if squats don't work for you. Bring your hands into Anjali Mudra. Take some breaths into your heart. And even if you're in child, you can certainly breathe into your heart. Five counts in. 5 counts out. Just release the hands and come into a forward fold. Surrender over your legs. If you can, wrap your arms around your legs and give yourself a hug, bringing yourself in closer to your legs and feeling the back of your heart expanding. And then let's release the hands to the thighs and roll the body up. We're going to come into Tadasana with the hands in Anjali Mudra, thumbs pressing into your breastbone, elbows lifted, shoulders down. I'm going to teach you a lovely Qigong movement. I just wanted to add it because it's so perfect for the heart chakra and it's just so beautiful. So we're standing with the legs about hip width apart or a little bit wider, whatever feels comfortable for you. It's called painting a rainbow. And inhale down. Exhale down. Inhale, reaching your arms out in front of you as you come to standing. So you're in Tadasana with your arms in front of you and then opening your arms and your heart nice and wide. And then we're going to sweep one arm up and over, painting a rainbow. And sweeping the other arm up and over, painting a rainbow. And coming back down, bending over, grabbing chi from the ground and drawing it up out in front of us. And then opening our heart and our arms. And then sweeping a rainbow, big side stretch as you sweep your arm up overhead. Sweeping your arm up overhead, painting a rainbow. And let's come over. Bringing the arms forward as you come to Tadasana. Opening the arms wide. Sweeping the arm overhead, painting a rainbow. Sweeping overhead. Let's do one more, coming over, forward fold. Inhaling up. Opening the arms. Sweeping. And hands to heart. Anjali Mudra. So last week we did all the warrior poses. I know you don't want to do them all again. We will do warrior one, however. Okay? So starting in Tadasana, take the right leg, rotate it out, and then step it back. Roll the shoulders back and down and draw the belly in and up. And then bringing your arms either into goddess arms or reaching all the way up. Or steeple pose, shoulder blades down your back. And if you can, if it works for you, a little bit of a lift in the chest and a little bit looking up. But if your balance doesn't warrant it, please look forward. Whichever pose you've chosen, shine from your heart. And let's take this into peaceful warrior, bringing the hands behind you, either clasping elbows, or if you can, Anjali Mudra, hands behind you in Anjali Mudra. Palms touching, or you could say namaste. Rocking back. Press into the front foot and straighten that leg. You can either slide your hands down your leg or keeping your hands behind you, pointing your fingertips towards your heart as you bring your head over your leg, bowing nose to knee. Inhale, lifting the head and chest, sliding the arms up the legs if you're holding onto your leg, or coming up. Let's reach the arms back out as we inhale into Warrior One. Again, choosing your arm variation. Bring the hands behind you and sweep forward. Hands to heart in Anjali Mudra. Bring our hands to our hips. Left foot out 45 degrees and step it back. Coming into our lunge. Hips square to the top of your mat. Draw the belly in and up, tailbone down. Inhale the arms to goddess, or Y shape, or steeple. Find your drishti here, or if it's safe for your balance, looking up in a very slight back arc. Press actively into your back heel to help your balance. Press into the ball of your big toe in front. A little bit challenging, so come into your 5-count breath to keep you calm and centered. And bring your hands behind you. You can either cross elbows in the opposite direction or palms together in Anjali Mudra here. Feel the strength of your legs and the lift of your core, giving you the confidence you need to arc back, opening your heart to the sky. And tip forward, straightening that front leg. So you can slide your hands down your leg or lift the heel of your hand, pointing the fingertips towards the back of your heart. You come into nose to knee, swinging your body over your front leg. Inhale, lift the heart, slide back up or come back up. Come back into Warrior One, choosing your arm variation. Draw the inner thighs towards the midline, creating stability. And let's step forward. Bring the hands to the heart. in Anjali Mudra. Inhale, release, and step out to a 5-pointed star. So feet are parallel, tailbone down, abdominal lifted. Let's roll those shoulders back and down and reach the arms out. So shining from your heart. I'm going to bring the hands in back, interlacing the fingers for Yoga Mudra. A nice deep breath, lifting the chest as you tuck the tailbone. Squeeze the shoulders towards each other. And then we're going to come down towards one leg. Keep your weight even on the four corners of your feet. Spinning your body towards the leg that you're looking at. Inhale back up. Take a moment to equalize, and then we'll turn towards the other leg. Bringing your head towards your knee on this side. Inhale, pull yourself back up. Take a moment to equalize. Yoga Mudra is the symbol of yoga, the surrender of the intellect to the heart. One more deep breath here, and let's come forward, pulling your shoulders away from your ears and your hands away from your tailbone, letting your head relax over. You can keep a little bend in your knees, don't lock them. Inhale, lengthen. Come on, back up. Float the arms out. Take a few breaths here. Feeling the energy from your heart reaching out through your fingertips. Getting big in all directions. And let's release the hands. Toe heel yourself back to Tadasana. Hands in Anjali Mudra. 5 counts in. 5 counts out. 5 counts in. 5 counts out. So we're now ready for today's deeper exploration. And the pose we're going to choose is triangle pose, Trichonasana. So again, if you have a challenge holding it for a long time, you can do it with your butt against the edge of a table, or you can completely do your pose against the wall, or maybe just having your hand on the table instead of on your leg, or doing it with a chair behind you, your hand on the chair. So find the way that works for you, or just hanging out in space. And if this upper arm gets tired, just let it rest on your hip, there or there, okay? So take a moment to choose how you'd like to do your Tadasana today. We're going to go to our deeper exploration. So we'll start in Tadasana. and step the legs one leg length apart. You are creating an equilateral triangle, the strongest position of support for the body. Find Tadasana alignment with your legs wide. Pivoting on the right heel, turn the whole right leg out to 90 degrees so that the knee is directly over the ankle. Keep the knee facing forward, the thigh active. Press down on the big toe side of the foot. Turn the left heel out 20 to 45 degrees. The heel of the left foot is in line with the arch. The heel of the right foot is in line with the arch of the left foot. We're going to play for a minute with different stances here. Keeping the right knee facing out over the right ankle, allow the left hip and torso to move forward and down, beginning to come into triangle. Go forward and backward a few times with your hands on your hips. Coming up and coming down, just with hands on hips. Both legs are straight. Now experiment with a shorter stance, bringing the feet a little closer. See if that makes the movement more natural. Coming up from that, align your front heel with your back heel instead of heel to arch. And with hands on hips, come down and up a little bit again and see if that movement feels more natural. Find your stance at a place of balance, ease, and comfort. Take a moment to choose the base of support that's right for you. Now reach out long with your right arm and allow the torso to come over the front leg as far as you can, while keeping both sides of the torso parallel, even, and open. As the torso reaches forward over the front leg, the back hip will naturally swing a little bit forward. Let that happen. Allow the right hand to come to rest on the right leg, wherever it lands, or the floor. Press the feet firmly into the floor, pressing into the back heel. Draw the front thigh bone deeply up and back into the hip joint as you pull up the front kneecap. Lengthen the spine by drawing the rib cage away from the hips while lengthening the crown of the head. Draw the abdomen in and up and the pelvic floor up into the body. With the waist, hips, and low back firmly supported by this core energy, rotate the torso towards the ceiling and extend the left arm straight up into the air, creating a long line of energy through the arms. Allow the head and neck to turn comfortably forward as a natural response to the movement of the torso and the arms. Keep pressing the feet solidly and evenly into the earth. Allow the energy of this action to lengthen the spine even more. Sense and breathe into the multiple lines of energy in the pose, the triangle of energy in the legs, the long straight line of energy through the spine to the crown of the head, a long line of energy from the heart through the arms. Lengthen the torso evenly along both sides of the body. Feel this lengthening, especially on the underside of the rib cage, and relax the upper side so that both sides of the torso are stretching evenly. Also feel the sides of the torso expanding as if pressing away from each other. As the torso lengthens and becomes more full, it can also move closer out and down towards the earth. Keep the space across the front of the pelvis open and alive. As you stretch the arms away from each other, relax the shoulders down. Draw the shoulder blades down and back towards the hips. Breathe along this line of energy through the arms. The arms radiate out from the heart like spokes of a wheel, with the heart chakra as the center of the hub. The heart is wide open and free. If it's comfortable, gently turn the gaze upward with the chin tucked slightly in. Feel the body expanding in all directions as you breathe for 3 more breaths, counting in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 more breaths. Feeling the lines of energy expanding in all directions. Come out of the pose by reaching up, using the strength of the legs to bring your body back upright. Turn the toes inward, bring the legs together. Hands to heart in Anjali Mudra. If you need to shake out in any way, go ahead and do that. And then we'll do the other side. Triangle pose. Trichonasana. Oh, and I didn't tell you the affirmation for the heart chakra, but I open my heart fully to life. I mean, what else could it be, right? So, from Tadasana, stand with the legs 1 leg length apart, so the legs form an equilateral triangle, the strongest position of support for the body. Bring the body into Tadasana alignments from this wide stance. Pivoting on the left heel, turn the whole left leg out 90 degrees, so the knee is directly over the ankle. Keep the knee facing forward, the thigh active by pressing down on the big toe side of the foot. Turn the right heel out 20 to 45 degrees. The heel of the left foot is in line with the arch of the right foot. The legs are active and engaged with the kneecap lifted. We're going to practice finding a comfortable stance here, appropriate for your triangle. Keeping the left knee facing in the same direction as the right angle, Allow the left hip and torso to move over that leg. Sorry, right hip and torso to move forward and down over that leg, moving in the direction of triangle. And then inhale back up again. Going down and up a few times with your hands on your hips. Come back up. Now experiment with a shorter stance, the legs a little closer together, and see if that makes the movement more natural. Come on back up, and this time align your front heel with your right heel instead of with the arch of the back foot. And try the movement again. So you're learning to pay attention to your body and its signals. Now choose the stance that feels best to you. Take a moment to find your stance of ease, comfort, and balance. Now reach out long with the left arm and allow the torso to come over the front leg as far as you can while keeping both sides of the torso parallel, even, and open. As the torso comes over the front leg, the back hip will naturally swing forward slightly. Allow that to happen. Allow the left hand to come to rest on the left leg or floor. Press the feet firmly into the floor with the support of the back heel. Draw the front thigh bone deeply up and back into the hip joint as you pull up the front kneecap. Lengthen the spine, drawing the rib cage away from the hips and lengthening the crown of the head. Draw the abdomen in and the pelvic floor up, with the waist, hips, and low back firmly supported with this core energy. Rotate the torso open and extend the right arm straight up into the air, creating a long line of energy through the arms. Allow the head and neck to turn comfortably forward as a natural response to the movement of the torso and the arms. Keep pressing the feet solidly and evenly into the earth. Allow the energy of this action to lengthen the spine even more. Sense and breathe into the multiple lines of energy in the pose, the triangle of energy in the legs, the long straight line of energy through the spine, and a long line of energy from the heart through the arms. Lengthen the torso evenly along both sides, as if the sides of the torso are parallel lines. Feel this lengthening, especially on the underside of the rib cage, and relax the upper side so that both sides of the torso are stretching evenly. Also feel the sides of the torso expanding in all directions. As the torso lengthens and becomes more full, it can also descend naturally more towards the earth. Keep the space across the front of the pelvis open and alive. As the arms stretch away from each other, Relax the shoulders down, drawing the shoulder blades down the back. Breathe along this line of energy through the arms. The arms radiate out from the center of the heart like spokes of a wheel, with the heart chakra in the center as the hub. The heart is wide open and free. As the shoulders relax back and down, the arms lengthen away from each other, and the crown of the head reaches away from the pelvis. Turn the gaze upward as it is comfortable, with the chin tucked slightly. Breathe for 3 more breaths, 5 counts in and 5 counts out, feeling the energy of the pose. Inhale, reach up, pulling yourself back up to vertical. Turn the toes in and toe heel yourself back to Tadasana. Bringing your hands to rest in Anjali Mudra. We're going to do one more pose here, standing balance. If you need, again, to use a table or a wall for this, go right ahead. I'm going to do it in the middle of the floor. We're going to step out nice and wide. Turn the right toes out. Come into a side angle pose. We're going to go into half moon balance. So bringing your hand to the outside of your leg. Again, if you're not going to go into the balance, you can just go into side angle, okay? Or for the balance, you're going to swing this hand forward, not in line with your toes, but to the outside. So if it's a 3rd foot, you're going to swing it forward about 1.5 feet, then begin to lift that back leg. And then spin your body towards the ceiling. This is a challenge because your drishti is changing, so go very slowly. From your heart, reaching out in all directions. Feeling like you're flying. Again, if you want to do this against the wall, your lower hip is against the wall for support, or you're doing it against the table, bend that back knee, bring that foot back down. Inhale back into your side angle. Inhale up. Toes in. And let's go the other way. So take a moment to find the wall if you need to. This hip will be against the wall. Going to come into side angle. So if you want to just stay in side angle, you can do that. Or drop that hand down. This hand's on the outside of your foot, like a 3rd foot. You're going to swing that hand forward about 1.5 feet, so that when you come up, your hands are right underneath your shoulder. You're going to girdle your core for support. Reach that arm up. And then very slowly begin to spin your body towards the ceiling. Again, maybe you don't get to that part yet. But you're opening your body in all directions. And bending the front knee, coming back into your side angle. Inhale up. Turn the toes in, coming into 5-pointed star. We'll do one more yoga mudra, bringing the hands behind you. Interlace your hands the unusual way. Squeeze your shoulder blades, lift your heart. Breathe into your heart and feel it opening. And then surrender over, pulling your shoulders away from your ears. Inhale, pull yourself back up. Float the arms out, feeling the energy lines from your heart in all directions. Bring your hands back to your heart and toe heel back to Tadasana. And then come down onto the floor on your back. We're going to do one last pose before we come into Shavasana. We're going to come into Matsyasana, fish pose. Turn your palms down. Lift one hip and slide your hand underneath you, fingers spread wide. Lift your other hip and slide your hands underneath you, fingers spread wide. So easiest variation is to just squeeze the shoulder blades together and bring your spine up off the floor, not your hips, so that your waist and your chest are lifted up. Coming into full Matsyasana, you're going to lift your whole chest off the floor and place the top of your head on the floor. Deep breaths into your heart. Top of the head could be grazing the floor or on the floor, whatever works for you, as long as there's no weight on your neck. Deep breaths into your open heart. And slide back down onto the back of your head, wriggle your arms out, and come into Shavasana. You can stay in Shavasana for as long as you like, but when you're ready, slowly roll to one side. And blink your eyes to come back into the room and make your way to a seated position. Let's bring the hands together at the heart. Notice how you feel. I hope you feel open-hearted and joyful after this class today. We're going to share the sound of yum. Every chakra has a mantra associated with it. And the heart chakra, yum, it's almost like yummy. So let's take a nice deep breath together. Yum. I hope you have a yummy week. Thank you for joining me. Namaste.